Microphone test. Is the audio good? Is the audio loud? I think oh, that's bad. Hello. Test. Microphone. Test. 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 This might be better. I hope it's better. I hope maybe not. I don't know. Test. The microphone. Test. Test the microphone. Test, 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 test. test, test, test. Blender gang! What up, Blender fam? Today I'm in Blender 4.2 beta. I don't think that matters, but today I'm gonna try to explain to people a technique that I like. A technique that I like to make like kind of thread animations with in Blender, and I came upon this probably like 3 or 4 months ago, and I don't know, I just never really got to kind of expand upon it like I exactly wanted to. I didn't really just have the time, and so today I'm going to kind of do it live, maybe, hopefully, part of it. A test, maybe this is a test for the actual thing, I don't know, but I'm going to share my thought process and yeah, behind something like this, but I think it turns out nicely. I hope it turns out nicely, but the original one turned out really cool, and it looks sort of like intertwined thread coming together, and so we'll try to make it, and it's all done procedurally, and pretty dynamic and controllable. Okay, yeah, so you're basically going to want to hit A to select everything, X to delete it, and you're going to hit Shift A to import a Bezier curve. Bezier. And next, we want to apply some geometry nodes to this curve. So we open up geometry nodes and we hit a new geometry node setup, and just checking that my microphone is working. I hope it is. Okay, so we have a curve. First, I want to resample this curve. I don't currently I guess it's just made up of 2 points, something like that. Now it's 10. Okay. It can be a lot more. We're not really going to notice this until a little bit later. So the next thing we want to do, I believe we want to do like a set position. Okay. And we want to, I think we want to sample this curve. Maybe. No, I don't think we need to sample it actually. We just need to get the length and the factor. So we'll get a spline length, and then I'll search for a spline parameter, and I'm going to multiply these together. Okay, and then I'm going to multiply that. That's something. And gosh, I'm hoping this is okay. Maybe that. Okay. I've already forgotten what I did this last time. It was. Oh, okay, yeah. This is not that. Set curve tilt, okay, because we want to, ultimately I want to take this curve right here, and I want to create like some other curves that follow it, but they kind of are all spiraling. They all kind of spiral and twist amongst each other. So in order to do that, I need to have them twist, and in order to have them twist, you need to set the curve tilt. Okay, and we are going to use this little math here, that little math problem. And we're going to use that to set the curve tilt, and then we're going to I think we'll just get the normal, and we will scale it. Maybe to no, somewhere. So eventually we should get something that looks okay. Normal. Okay, okay, somewhere, something. Lots more, what is it, boys? Scale smaller. Hey, okay. I just had all my number's too big. Okay, so now we have our curve, our original curve here, and now we have a spiral that's kind of following it. So that's good. And we can kind of make it more spirals or less. And this is cool already. It's pretty, I think it's awesome actually already. But there's so much more we can do. And yeah. So Blender has this node for hair. So you can hit Shift Ed, come to here to hair. And you can duplicate hair curves. This is really powerful. Okay, so we're already getting something here. But I believe we need to do even thickness. Okay, and then maybe tone some of this back. Viewport 100 radius. So, okay, that's cool. Distribution, okay. Okay. So now we've got more, and that's cool. And maybe this should be we're getting more like kind of a braided cable. And that's cool. Okay. So we can have more and make the radius even smaller. Maybe there's like, I think this is some kind of randomness. That introduces some randomness. So that introduces, yeah, oh my gosh, I hope my audio is loud. Okay, so this is already very cool. I like that. What else can we do? So we can do trim curve, okay? So now we can kind of control the growth of that. And what I like to do is add a bit of, I'll bring in a value, okay, value node. And I will multiply this with some random value node, maybe. And so now I can kind of bring this up here, and we can kind of get some randomness here, and yeah, so now they're not all kind of growing at the same time, and I like that. Maybe we can introduce some even more randomness here, and something like that, or maybe even more. Okay, I I think this might look nice. Okay, so that's looking cool. And I can always go back and kind of animate this. The next thing I want to do is, there's another hair node. So Shift A, and you go to hair, and you go to generator, no, maybe deformation. Deformation. These are all so cool. You can do lots of fun things here. Frizz. Let's go ahead and frizz these curves. And we're going to do it before we trim the curve. And we're going to do it before we trim the curves. I hope this is loud enough. Is anybody out there watching? Can you hear me? Maybe you're not. Cool. So again, already very powerful. You know, we've got this. This looks like kind of some kind of random branching, which is neat. I'm sure you could kind of like raycast this onto a surface. That would be nice. That would be a really easy way of branching. So this is cool. I love this. This right here, that's neat. And we can control, let's preserve the length. I like the way that looks. Cumulative offset. Okay, and then the shape. We can control the shape of it. The shape is sort of, this is kind of, I guess, choking the effect, maybe, to a degree. No? Is it? No. Shape. Oh, okay, that's kind of cool. Okay, so we've got this kind of randomness where it kind of all is kind of being pushed outwards, and I sort of like that. Kind of, I think. Radius. I wonder what happens if I were to switch these two. Oh. No. Okay. So this is sort of where I'm going, okay? And next, I always like to control things with other objects. So I'm going to bring in an icosphere, just because it's simple geometry, and I'll scale it down by the scale. And I'll go back into my hair geometry node thing, and again, ultimately, it's like originally just this curve, okay? And so I want to take this icosphere, and I want to have it track along this curve, okay? And then I'm going to have that icosphere, its geometry, and the proximity of its geometry in relation to these hair curves. I'm going to have that be what is controlling this distance factor, and what is also controlling the trim path. And so yeah, and so hopefully I can have one value, like one factor, or not one property, sorry, that I'm animating from A to B essentially, And that's going to not only, that's going to control everything. It's going to control the trim of this curve. It's going to control its deformation. And it's going to control the I don't know, I guess it'll control its trim, its deformation, and maybe some of these other factors, like its shape, that might be something that we use it to control. Yeah. And so, okay, how do we do that? So I think I'm going to, first I'm going to just kind of turn our icosphere off, and then bring it into our geometry node system. Set this to relative, and I want to next get the geometry proximity. So I will type in geometry proximity. Cool. And I want to, I'm going to just join it in here so I can see it first. Okay, so here it is. And I want to set its position onto the curve, the original curve. So I will go to set position, okay? And I will sample this curve. Okay. And I will sample the position vector. I think this is it. No. Yes. And now when I change this length value, okay, we can control the icosphere along the curve. Okay, so that's cool. And ultimately, I'll probably kind of link these two values together so that one is controlling the other, and so forth. And so next, I want gosh, there's lots of different ways to go about this, but I'm just trying to think of the smartest one. So we're going to need to map some ranges, that's for sure. This is trim curve. And I want to mess with this. I'll get its distance, and I'll use that to boom. Okay. There, and then so now, I believe as I adjust this, no, okay. I'll do this. I will switch it. I think I figured it out. Yes, so now that is sort of doing it. I think I need to kind of limit this, make this a little bit closer. Okay, so now, I guess I need to map. Okay, so now I'm just trying to like figure out the mapping of all this. Maybe. So I just want that to go along the path. Yeah, so this might work. Perfect. Okay, that took too long, but it's sort of there. So now I can use the probably this value, and yeah, I use that value, and I will just reset all these. Maybe can I reset all of them? No. Okay, map. So now I'm going to use this value to drive the, I guess the kind of the frizz element here. So I will kind of get this working a little bit better, but I want the fall off to be kind of like sharp, abrupt. Maybe that would be the shape. somewhere slowly but surely. This is not exactly how I did it the first time. Actually, it might be. Hold on. So, I want this all to resolve. Okay, that looks sort of like ass, so I'm not a big fan of this. But there's something else we can do. Set position. Noise. Okay. And yeah, samples. Okay. And now we say let's try. Oh, wrong. Okay, now I need to fix this. This is not set to relative geometry. What the fuck? I don't know why this isn't doing what. Just follow the fucking proximity of this. Cannot figure this out. Blender gang. Okay, I might come back to this in a little bit. But getting somewhere, not exactly what I want. This is so much noise. Okay. Let's tone it back. Boom, okay? Oh, that's looking tricky. Still not what I want though. Okay. Okay, so maybe I go back to Frizz hair curve. definitely getting a little frustrating. Here we go. Okay. Okay, Blender Nation, Blender fam, this is a pretty big failure on my part. This, I mean, kind of cool, whatever that is, but not what I want. Okay, so, but you could do some pretty cool things here, I think. This could, wow. Alright, I'm going to BRB, Blender fam. I'm gonna just kinda quit the stream, think a little bit, and come back because gosh, I love this technique. I figured it out a few weeks ago, months ago. But yeah, I want to kind of revisit it and make it proper. So be right back.